Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Amanda. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. Before I get started on the video, I do want to say thank you for hanging out with me today. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on any future videos. And that's about all I'm going to talk about right now. What we're doing today is I'm going to just do a little bit of a get ready with me. I just got out of the shower. Most of these are first impressions, so some of them came in my recent BoxyCharm, some of them I picked up from the drugstore. I'm just really excited. I thought this would be a really good time for me to sit down and just do something, show you guys sort of what I have. So I am gonna, just give me a sec, I'm gonna So I am going to use my Shop Missy. This is the Wonder Powder Blender, whatever it's called. This is the microfiber one. I don't know why I do this every single time. So I am gonna use this to apply my foundation. I just wanted to make sure I got that out of the way before I forgot. So the first thing, so for priming today, what I am going to use is I'm going to use my NYX Pore Filler. I have used this before. I really like it. I actually just picked up another one because it was very affordable. I think I got it on sale at Shoppers. I think it was $3.99. I've used the Benefit Porefessional. I would say this is similar. I just kind of, wherever my pores are enlarged, I'm just going to kind of put it there and I'm just going to tap it in and then rub it in like that. So yeah, I picked this up. It was on sale the other day. I was really excited about it. Today for foundation, what I am going to use is I am going to use my Hard Candy. This is in the Glamouflage. I don't even know if I've used this on camera before. I can't remember. So I'm going to shake it. It does come with this type of an applicator, which for me is not my favorite. I do enjoy this foundation. It's a little on the light side for me right now, so I'm gonna have to get a darker shade. It's very thick though. It's a little bit more coverage than what I'm used to, so you do have to work a little bit faster. But the one thing I like about this type of applicator is it doesn't, I find I don't waste nearly as much product as if it was a pump and I was dumping it or pumping it into my hand. Sometimes I use a little bit too much. Same with my Maybelline, the Fit Me, it doesn't have a pump, it's just you pour it out. So I find that with this, it goes a little bit farther. So really all I'm doing is I'm not going in for a thick layer today. We're just going in to cover up some red. I do have to go out today. I love this sponge. If you haven't heard me talk about this, go back in some of my earlier videos, like any of my Get Ready With Me's. I'm pretty sure I've used this one for the last couple. I do have a real beauty blender now that I got in my try box that I love, but for $1, these sponges from Shop Missy are seriously, they're just awesome. I'm waiting on a haul actually from Shop Missy for my very first collab, so get ready for that. And I did order some different sponges than the ones that I usually get, which are these ones and the soft Wonder blenders from AOA. These are the Charity Collection ones. Sorry. So as you can see, this one is a little light for me. I am going to have to use quite a bit of bronzer probably to make it look so I'm not so washed out, because you can see here I'm a little bit more pale than the rest of me. I am red today though, and I'm not overly excited. So you can still, this is a very full coverage foundation. I'm not going to put a lot on. I really don't like that look. It's not for me. So that's all the foundation I'm going to use right now. I really just kind of want to even out my complexion and give the rest of my makeup something even to sit on. So next up, this is a first impression. I have never used this concealer before. It is brand new to me. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte. This is in the shade Porcelain. I'm glad I went with the lighter shade because the rest of me is really light right now. So it says it's a long-wear formula, conceals and hides dark circles and imperfections, whilst controlling shine for up to 24 hours. So we're going to give it a little shot. We're going to see how it goes. This setting powder today, I don't have a new one. I am just still going to use my Marcel. This is my loose face powder in translucent. I use this all the time. Seriously, it's a really nice powder, and I don't ever hear anybody talk about it. I don't know if this is a Canadian brand. I did get it at Shoppers Drug Mart here, but honestly, it works well for me, so I really like it. And I'm not going to use a lot. just a little bit under my eyes, and I'm just gonna set the rest of my face. Just like that. It was funny, I went to work yesterday and I got there and I was like, oh, I have all my makeup on, and remembered I didn't set any of it with powder, so my face was like, it had like that tacky feel still, which I really don't like. And I don't use a lot of powder. I don't suggest use a lot of powder, just a little bit, just to kind of take away, it just kind of smooths everything and sets it all into place. And that's what I like about this powder, is it sets my face really nicely, and I don't usually have a lot of complaints about it. So the next thing I do have in front of me, I've had this for a while. This is the e.l.f. This is the Bronze and Blush palette. This is St. Lucia. So this is the blush, which is way too pale for me. I won't actually be wearing it, but I'm going to swatch it. So it's just a nice pale pink, or it's like a peachy color. And then there is the bronzer, which a lot of people say is a dupe for the NARS Laguna. So that's this one, and I'm actually gonna swatch it with my NARS. So this is my NARS, and I'm gonna take it on this finger. And do you see that? Like that took a, like that's weird how that comes off. I still don't know how I feel about this. Like that's chunky. How bad is that? It doesn't always come off like that on the brush, but there's something about this bronzer that, like, I don't know if you can see, like I can only really get product there. Here it doesn't want to give me anything. Sorry, I'm blinding you. Like it just doesn't want to give the color payoff that I want. So I'm really excited to try the e.l.f. because I want to see how it sits on my skin, etc. So I'm just gonna, but there's still something. There's more color than when I use the NARS. I'm just gonna check my light setting here. It looks a little bit different on film than it does. That's a little bit better. Oh, where's my cute kitty cat headband? I don't know what I did with it. Okay, that's all I need right now. So for blush, this is not a first impression, but it's like kind of like a third impression because I've really only used it a few times. This is my Santi blush in Blush Me in the shade Blusher. This is from Shop Miss A. I really like this blush. I wore it, oh, I think I wore this in my Slytherin video. I really like it. It's got a lot of pigment, like a lot. So for example, that's my brush, and I'm going to take it on my arm just to kind of dab off some of the excess, and then I'm just going to take it on my cheeks. Just a little bit. I've been loving this blush though. Like the few times I have wore it, I've just liked the way that my skin looked. Like right now, it just gives a nice pretty flush to the cheeks. Just like that. Like I said, this isn't gonna be a huge day of makeup for me. I have to go to a celebration of life later, so I really don't want to overdo it. I am gonna use, oh no. I almost totally gapped out. I really want to use this Artist Couture highlighting powder that I got in my BoxyCharm. I really want to use this. Let's see. It's got, the packaging is a nightmare. It's supposed to be like a twist top, but it's glued apparently. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open the whole thing up, which I did the other day. Okay. So first impression of that is I can't open the container, so we're not using it. I have no idea why I can't get it open. We'll try it in another video. Just for the sake of time, I am going to just use my Wet n Wild for the sake of time, I am going to use my Wet n Wild highlight. This is in Blossom Glow. I do like this one. I'm just going to take my AOA highlighting brush and I'm just going to put it on the high points of my cheekbones. Just like that. This is just a nice little highlight. It's not too overpowering. Take a little bit here, a little there. What I like about these highlights is they honestly, Wet n Wild, you've been knocking that out of the park. I've been using this powder for so long, you can still see like the imprint on it. Like it's, I don't understand. Does that just not go away or what? So I do really like a lot of Wet n Wild products, so I'm really excited. I have been using this. This one's part of my project pan for 2019, so I'm really trying to use it more. It's just a subtle highlight. It looks good. It makes me happy. So now that I have my whole face done, I am going to move on to eyeshadow, which I am very pleased to say we do have a new eyeshadow palette, which is my Pure Festival palette. This is from my BoxyCharm from April. So I've been holding off. I haven't even opened it. I haven't swatched it. Like, I'm taking the plastic off right now. So before we get started, holy moly, look at these colors. So obviously, if you know me, these are the two that are calling to me the most. I am going to just do a quick little swatch. And then some pink. Oh yeah. Look at that. Like, seriously. Just the most vibrant color ever. Beautiful. Now, I say this in all my videos. If it swatches well, it doesn't mean it's going to wear well, but I sure do hope it does. And because I'm wearing purple today, maybe I'll use that purple shade. But to start off, I am going to just take this shade Epic, and I'm going to put it all over my crease. I'm going to use it as a transition shade today. So, what brush do I want to use? So I'm going to use my Elizabeth Mott. This is a blending brush. I like to use a fluffier brush for the crease. So it's kind of like an orangey color. We're just going to take it in. We're just going to buff it in. It's a transition color for me, really. It is super pigmented. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but I'm seeing it. Sorry. I want to open this up so that I can use this mirror so I don't have to keep trying to keep my head in focus. Not a lot of fallout. There's obviously some fallout because it is a powder product, but it's looking good. So when I'm doing my crease, it's good to always kind of hold your hand out. This is something I've learned. This is just what works for me. Remember, I am completely self-taught, but I like to hold my brush and just back and forth motions. I do have hooded eyes. So just like that, that's what works for me. So next, I am going to go in with Hidden Desert. This is really pretty. I think I'll just keep this kind of neutral today, actually, now that I think about it. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to build up the crease color. So I'm going to go in like this. I'm going to use my mirror. So I hope everybody's having a really nice day. I don't know what the weather is like where you guys live, but holy moly, it is still just garbage here. We're having a lot of flooding in parts of Ontario. Not here, thank goodness, but there's a lot going on, and it is just raining, and it is just, it's depressing is what it is. First impression of this palette is holy sweet. This is awesome. This is really nice color payoff. I'm really excited to see how this wears through the day. Like, really excited. This is really nice so far. So because I said I am going to kind of keep it a little bit more simple, don't worry, you will see these colors come out eventually. I am going to take the shade Sunset. So this is like, oh, this is beautiful. Like, that's like a peachy. Let's swatch it. Right here. Yes. Do you guys see that? That's beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a different brush. I'm going to use this one right here. It's just a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to take Sunset, and I'm going to tap it along the outer corner of my eye. Just like that. Oh, I hope you guys can see how beautiful this is. You guys see that? Well, holy flippin' crap. That is awesome. This is actually this is the only eyeshadow palette that I own that has pressed glitter, and I'm really excited. And I'm really nervous. Glitter scares me for the most part because it gets everywhere, but I'm just really excited to try because I've heard a lot of really good things about this palette. And that's really what I love about BoxyCharm is you always get an eyeshadow palette, and I really do like the palettes that I've gotten. Like, I got a Morphe one in March. In February, I can't remember what I got in February, but I do know in January I got a Tarte palette that I've never used. So maybe I'll start using that more. But this could not be more like my type of, this is, I can honestly tell you right now, I will probably use every single shade in this palette for different types of looks. I'm just so excited about it right now. And orange is not a color that I would normally go for. I might have to change my shirt later. When I first sat down to film this, I honestly thought that I was going to go in for the purple. But then I realized maybe I shouldn't go so, maybe I shouldn't do that. So this is me really taking my time. I'm usually a lot quicker. But I just want to kind of chat. We're just hanging out. All right. So exciting. So I think what I'll do next is I am going to go into the top corner. This is Free Spirit, and I'm just going to take it on this side. So I can't decide, do I want to use a brush or my finger? I am going to use a brush because I have a clean one. So we're showing our house. We just had a viewing this morning. We have an open house coming up. So I had to put everything away. And so I washed all my brushes. So everything's really good to go for when that's over. But right now, everything's been kind of moved, switched up around the house, just making it a little easier. So I'm just taking this and I'm just putting it on the inner corner, like the inside half of my eye. And then I'm just going to blend it into that orange shade. That's really pretty, guys. Sorry, you can't even see what I'm doing. Now, what I could do also, if I really wanted to intensify this look, I could use a little bit of MAC Fix Plus on my brush and just to kind of wet the brush and make it a little bit more intense. But for the purposes of today, I don't think I need to do that. So I'm going to leave it. I am going to smoke out my lower lash line just a little teeny tiny bit. If I can find the right type of brush. What I am going to use, I'm going to use my Deck of Scarlet brush. So this is like the thinnest, littlest brush. I really love it though. So I am just going to take Hidden Desert. So that's my crease shade, and I'm just going to go along the lower line. That's pretty, guys. So far, first impression, this might be my new favorite palette. It's rare that I sit down with something like this and I'm instantly like, yes, yes, this is what I needed. That doesn't happen very often. Like, I'll get a new palette sometimes and I won't even use it a lot, and then I end up giving it to somebody who will use it. But I can tell you that this is going to be first impressions. This will be something that I use. Before I put it away, I do want to swatch the glitter now that I'm kind of done. This is the shade Fireworks. Wow. So what is it? Oh, interesting. So that's actually a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be. So let's see if I can just sort of throw it up on my arm. Yeah, I'm cool with that. That's awesome. That's actually pretty nice. We'll be trying that out. All right. So before I spray my face and add some mascara, I'm going to use a liner. So this is from Beauty for Real. This is called Finish Line 24/7 liquid eyeliner. I'm kind of picky when it comes to eyeliner, so I'm a little nervous about this one. So I'm going to start off with just lining my eyes, and then I'm going to decide whether or not I want to do a wing, because I don't know if I have the patience right now. So this is a little bit thicker than what I'm used to using. However, it's making a nice thin line, which is making me happy. So if I have to be completely honest, this was not as easy to use as my Essence liner is. It's okay, but I find that took me a little bit longer than I normally would take. It's because of the size, because it is a thicker felt tip as opposed to my other ones that I'm used to that have a little bit of a thinner applicator, so I'm just working a little slower. this eye was easier because I kind of knew what I was doing after this one. So for the sake of the video, and because I don't trust myself, we're gonna stick with that for the liner. That's all I'm gonna do. If you're new here, I don't use a lot of eyeliner for the most part in my regular day-to-day makeup. It's just not a product that I use all the time. I do like to do it for videos though, and especially if I'm doing like a Harry Potter eye look or something like that, I really do want to. But for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to do a whole wing because I don't need to. You know what I mean? Okay. So I'm also going to set my face before I put my mascara on. Oh, after I do my brows. My eyelashes, I'm very blessed to have long enough eyelashes that when I use certain setting sprays, it's really wet, and when I have my eyes closed, it'll touch down here and it'll transfer. So I always use my setting spray first. So this is actually a first impression for me. This is by L'Oreal. This is their Brow Stylist Definer. I haven't used this before. I picked it up. It was one of those like impulse buys. It was on sale, and it was just there, and I had my Shoppers Optimum points that I could use, so I did. So it's just let's just see how it does. So I'm just small strokes. And I don't do a lot with my brows, just a little bit. I want them to look natural. Or as natural as they can be. I have funny shaped eyebrows, I know that. So far I like this a lot. It's such a thin tip. Look at that. It's actually reminding me a lot of the one that I got in a recent, my Tribe box last month. It's reminding me a lot of that one that I use almost every day. So this is the Glamo Brow. This is by Radial. So they're pretty, are they like, if I didn't know any better, I would say that this is manufactured in the same place. The Radial one is a little bit shorter, but they both have like the same spoolie. They're the exact same like dimensions. So that's kind of neat. So I'm pretty excited about that. I love this one, and then this one was on sale, so that's why I picked it up, because it kind of reminded me of it. All right, so I am going to just set my face with some MAC Fix Plus. Any setting spray is fine. This is just the one that I have right now. I love my Urban Decay All Nighter. I don't have it right now though. I've ran out, and I'm just trying to use this up before I go out and buy something new. So I'm just gonna spray. And then I'm gonna fan myself just because I want it to dry. And this is something that I do like to do. I like to take the excess, I just tap in with my sponge. This just works for me, might not work for everyone. Just gently. I have a rainbow arm. Very nice. And last but not least, we are going to finish this look off with my Butter London Power Up Mascara. This is just black. I think it is waterproof. Not last but not least, I haven't done my lips yet. Last but not least though, for first impressions. I am just going to curl my eyelashes really quick, and then I'm going to toss on some mascara, and we're going to do our lips. I have a question for everybody. Have you ever bought a high-end eyelash curler, and does it really make that much of a difference? That's my question for this video, because honestly, I've never owned a high-end eyelash curler, and I can't understand. Like, I assume they must be better. But that's just my question, because I don't know. So, first impression, I love the size of the tube for this, and that's a really neat looking wand. It's spiky, so it's going to be fun. Ooh. I've never tried anything from Butter London before, but that's pretty good actually. I like this. It's like, it's separating my lashes. It's extending them. It's holding the curl too. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And now we're going to do this one. This is awesome. So first impression of this, I like it a lot. So I'm really excited. So next thing, I'm just going to pop on some lipstick and we are going to be good to go. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild. This is the Mega Catsuit. This is in the shade Rebel Rose. This is one of my favorite lipsticks. I love it. It's just a nice neutral, like mauve, like mauvey color. It's beautiful. I really like it. It's easy to work with too. I don't even need a lip liner. I like the side, I like the shape of the doe foot applicator. Got it on my lips and my teeth. And that's that. So first impressions, as I've said about 100 times now, I love the eyeshadow palette. Love the eyeshadow palette. So far, I am pretty happy with everything I used. Eyeshadow palette's definitely a win. This is a win. I've been holding on to this for a few days because I really wanted to film this, and I'm really excited I got to do that today. So this is a win. I'm liking the e.l.f. I just dropped everything. I'm really liking this bronzer. I know it's not, you can't see it as well on the camera as you can here, but it has like a nice like shimmer to it. It's sitting well on my skin. I am happy with it, so that's a win for me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I can't wait till you guys hang out with me in my next video. It's gonna be so exciting. Hang around, make sure you ring the notification bell so that you don't miss out on my future videos. And if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe and like this video if you like it. It really does help me out. So I will see you guys in my next one. I'm so happy you hung out with me today, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.